Welcome to Cryptid Radio. My name is Adeline.
Adeline, where's the new quantum?
Guys, can you quiet down? I'm trying to record something.
Hey, Adeline, do you got a piano? Oh, ow, ouch. Never mind, I found it. Ready, guys? 3, 2, 1.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
I'm gonna have to record this later. I'm moving my camp back to Somerville Lake. These Equinox goers like to party too much. Welcome to Cryptid Radio. My name is Adeline. I've rigged up the relay tower to bring you broadcasts on the cryptids and creatures of the area. I'll make my way up here every few weeks to change out the holotape. Sorry about that bit at the beginning. My Pip-Boy isn't erasing this holotape for me for some reason. Sideshow Snallygaster was another one of my favorite holotapes to listen to with Dad when I was a kid. It was a cryptid that Dad didn't know much about, but I managed to find some information in the Vault Tech library, and believe it or not, quite a bit at Calvin Lowe's shop. You guys remember Calvin, right? He's the guy that was obsessed with the sheep squatch. Anyway, the pre-war Snallygaster has origins as far back as 1730. It was told that German immigrant communities were attacked by the Snallygaster, which was German for quick ghost. The creature was described as half bird, half reptile. It had a metallic beak lined with razor-sharp teeth and octopus-like tentacles. Some of the drawings I saw had the tentacles where the feet are. Others had it coming out of its mouth. Ugh, gross. The Snallygaster would swoop silently from the sky to pick up and carry off its victims to suck their blood. It was claimed that 7 pointed stars kept them at bay, and that some could still be found painted on barns before the war. I traveled around Appalachia checking all of the barns. None of them out there have them, but they do have barn quilts. Those date back to the Revolutionary War. Barn quilts were used to show American forces that an area was safe and supplies were available for the soldiers. It's nice to see that in war times, people helped each other out. Snallygaster encounters went rampant in February and March of 1909 in Frederick County, Maryland, only about 20 minutes from Harper's Ferry. Locals encountered a beast with enormous wings, a long pointed bill, claws like steel hooks, and an eye in the center of its forehead that screeched like a locomotive whistle. Can you imagine that? Your kids are playing outside when all of a sudden you hear a train whistle getting louder and louder as your kids begin to scream. You run outside and see one of them flying away in the hook-like claws of a half bird, half reptile creature. What would you even do? As you can imagine, the reports got national attention. The Smithsonian Institute offered a reward for its hide. It's even said that President Theodore Roosevelt was going to postpone one of his African safaris to hunt the creature. Luckily, it was revealed that the editor and a reporter of the Middletown Valley Register created the stories as a hoax. They had seen the reports of the Jersey Devil spotted weeks earlier, decided to piggyback off the attention, and try to boost their readership. After that, there weren't really any reports of the Snallygaster that I could find. I gotta wonder if the reports stopped because it wasn't real, or because people were too afraid to be called crazy and told that it was all a hoax. I remember the first time I came across the Snallygaster in Appalachia. I was headed towards the Charleston Herald to complete the second part of my fire breathers exam. I had reached that part of the city that's just a big pit of rubble now in front of the Herald and Hornwright buildings, when out of nowhere, I started getting pelted with globs of toxic goo. I jumped behind some rubble to heal myself. Then this creature runs at me. I couldn't tell what it was. I just took off running to the Slocum's Joe around the corner. Unlucky for me, it was overrun with super mutants, so I kept running all the way back to the fire station. I took a second to regroup and collect myself, then I climbed up on the roof and used my scope to check things out. The creature had 6 legs, a long neck and tongue, and what from a distance looked like extremely bumpy skin. I loaded up with all the ammo and grenades the fire station had to offer and headed back out. I was going to take down the creature. I had to get a better look at it. I quickly learned I wanted to keep my distance. While you're far away, a Snallygaster will shoot toxic goo at you, but when you're close up, they use their long tongue like a whip and will smack you all over West Virginia if you don't die first. After defeating the creature, I was able to examine it more. My pit boy told me that it was a Snallygaster. I guess I could see it? Maybe the Snallygaster had mutated from the radiation. The set of legs on its back could have been wings at one point. And if it had mouth tentacles, I guess they could have turned into that tongue. I'm not really sure where the beak went. It kind of looked like it has claws, but the eyes, oh my god, the eyes. I don't know where those come from. There are so many, too many to count. If you've seen a Snallygaster, you know. Those eyes will haunt your freaking dreams. At that point, I didn't know the Snallygaster was any more than a creature. Well, cryptid, mutated by radiation. That is, not until I came to the White Springs bunker and Modus's archives. It was hard information to get, but I managed to find a document that mentioned Snallygasters maybe being linked to West Tech. The Enclave was running tests on them to help in the development of their serums. At least, it looked like that was the case, but they didn't know what the Snallygaster was either. I needed to head to West Tech. I had a friend that was headed to Huntersville, and West Tech was just right outside of the town, so I tagged along. The things we found in Huntersville were sad and terrifying. I'm going to save that story for another day, but just know West Tech ruined those people's lives. When I finally got to West Tech and their advanced mutations lab, there I finally learned the Snallygasters of Appalachia are in fact not cryptids mutated by radiation, but West Tech lab experiments. Their terminal log for October 14th, 2077 states, Phase 2 combination strain FEVS 006443 has finally taken to test subject AM52 and not resulted in a pile of quivering genetic biowaste. AM52 combines traits that resemble a number of different species. The results are disturbing to say the least, but we have learned valuable insights into what these strains are capable of. Most notable about this subject are the number of ocular organs along the enlarged upper torso, a second set of arms ending in clawed digits, and a large sickle-shaped claw on each inner toe. That a living, stable, functioning subject seems to be sustaining itself normally is a major accomplishment for the program. We will keep subject AM52 in isolated containment for observation until AM53 has finished incubating. If the two are capable to cohabitate along with a standard mutated human test subject, we may try to reintroduce them to the Huntersville site for further study. Those scientists counted this creature as a success. I can't even tell if the test subject was human or animal. But the notes and holotapes I found in Huntersville makes me lean more towards human. I still can't understand how anyone can do this to any living creature and call it a major accomplishment. It just makes me wish I could show them my fancy auto-axe. Anyway. On January 3rd, 2078, the Snallygaster escaped containment. They tried to track it down, but never could find it. It somehow procreated, leading to the Snallies we find across Appalachia. Some notable nesting grounds for them are Toxic Larry's Meet and Go and the flooded train yard to the east of Watauga. I've also spotted them up north at Hemlock Holes and Kitty Corner Cabins, and obviously in Charleston. While our Snallies aren't the cryptids of old legends, they're still very dangerous. And I really hate West Tech. Keep your eyes open and stay safe out there. Hello, this is Eliza, known on the internet as Nuka Cafe. I'm the writer and creator of Cryptid Radio. I just wanted to take a minute to thank everyone that's been listening and sharing the podcast. I'm blown away by how many people are enjoying it so far. It's just some stories that I've made up as I've been playing Fallout 76 over the last 4 years, with my love of cryptid research mixed in. My original plan with this was to release it every other week, but life happens, and I just need an extra week to fit all the things in. So I'll be releasing a new episode every 3 weeks from now on. One of those life things is a few weeks ago, we found out for sure that my grandma has Alzheimer's. It's worse than we all thought. Grandpa was helping her hide how bad it really is. With that being said, I'm asking that you join me, the Fallout for Hope community, and Wes Johnson to raise money for the Alzheimer's Association for the month of May. It may be too late to help my grandma, but it's not too late to help my family and other families not have to see any more loved ones go through this. You can visit falloutforhope.com to donate, or I'll put a direct link in the description. Again, thank you for all of the love and support. Keep your eyes open and stay safe out there.